The Boneyard is brought to you by Killin' Sticks, premium carbon fiber arrows, and these other fine sponsors. Grizz targets, long-lasting, tough, grizzly strong, and Canadian-made. Alberta Badlands Taxidermy, Southern Cross Distributors Canada, Spica, Get Outside, Zerotech, Precision Optics.
Hey now, September 3rd. I hunted elk for a couple days, but it's a little early, and so I've switched to whitetail. I've been getting a couple of really good bucks on camera, one in particular I'd love to get. So I gotta go change the batteries in the camera, and then I'm going to assess the situation. There is an old shack there. I might be able to sit in it. If not, I brought my blind. But as you can see, I gotta walk through a oat field to get to where I'm going. Why? Because there's somebody parked right at the end. And that's silly because he is visible from the other side of the coulee, which is just crazy. But anyways, bye. It's 8:15. I've had no luck so far. The camera usually has them coming by 10 to 8 to 9 o'clock. But, you know, that's hit and miss. Every day's different. So, I've got about a half an hour left. So, we'll see what happens. So it's 2 in the afternoon. It just finished raining. I went out and moved some cameras around. Had a good chat with a landowner who actually recognized me and is a fan of my show, The Boneyard, which is really cool. Great guy. So I just don't want to have to sit for 5 hours, you know, when I know I only have to sit for 2. So what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to go back down to the dike, and the camera was saying that some bucks came through in the dark, but you know, I might get lucky and have something come through early, because periodically they do. So anyways, what I'm shooting this year, of course, is the Killin' Stick Micro LT with a 54 grain outsert. I am shooting a illuminated nock, blazer vanes. The total weight of my hunting arrow with a 100 grain point is 433 grains. The broadhead I'm using this year is the old school Rocket Hammerhead. It's a 2-inch cut, 3-blade, Rick Valdez special. He turned me on to them, so I told him I'd definitely give them a try. And if you want to know more about how good those broadheads are, I don't have one right here, but I'll show you later. Just go to the Boneyard TV on YouTube and scroll down to penetration test on a hog that was killed down in Mexico, and we were down there. And proof is in the pudding, man. I am definitely an expandable guy. I've been shooting rages for a long time. Alright, it is 5 o'clock. I'm back down at the dike. It's still pretty darn early. I probably got 2.5 hours at least of sitting before I even have a chance of seeing anything. Super smoky today. We went and did some scouting this morning, as you can see, with that mule deer. And it's pretty bleak out there, everybody. I mean, when I started hunting out here about 7-8 years ago, something like that, you know, there was a good number of deer. You know, you were seeing bucks every other quarter. And now, man, we saw 2 bucks today. And I mean, like, no does. We saw 3 bull elk, spike elk, which was really cool. But yeah, the numbers are low and it's pretty tough. Speaking of tough, my whitetail that I had pegged in a different area, I haven't seen him in 2 weeks. I mean, he stopped coming to the field. I don't know why, but unless he's taking another trail, but I doubt it. He was pretty committed, so I don't know. But yeah, so I'm gonna sit here and twiddle my thumbs for a couple hours, and hopefully something will come. If not, tomorrow's another day. Hey, hey, hey.
Was so happy in my life, all that was wrong was going right. My luck had changed to my delight, and all was
right. What I did is the farmer is cutting the field right now. So after tonight, things are going to change. So what I've done is I've followed the trail from where my camera has been picking up pictures, because 2 bucks came into the field, one 15 minutes after I left, the other one a real wide bugger 30 minutes after I left. So I have moved in to the first chunk of bush, real heavy trail. It's the main trail going into the field, so hopefully I can maybe catch them holding up here or something. Because once they hit the field and realize there's no oats, like there's going to be oats on the field, but you know, it's all cut, so. And they are hauling it away today, so it'll be bare. Except for the odd seed. The reason why I'm sitting in a blind in this spot is because of this guy. He hasn't come in the daylight through for a long time. And now that the oats are off, I don't know, it's coming every night still. I need it before the sun goes down. That'd be perfect. It's about 20 after 6. I've moved my blind ahead because, you know, they're not getting to that field until dark now. So I moved the opposite direction, followed some trails, did some homework, hung a couple more cameras, and set up my blind in, I don't know, looks like an alright spot. But I'm closer to trees here, so this is a little closer to their bedding area, but it's still a route, a transitional route. So I'm not encroaching on them too much, I don't think. but hopefully last night I had a buck come in just before dark. So if that same buck comes through now and I picked the right spot, I should have him sometime like half an hour before legal lights ends. 45 minutes. It's October 5th and I'm sitting in my whitetail tree stand for the first time this year. I'll have to look at the shot. It looked a little high, but I'm going to look at it right now. It's been about 15 minutes. I'm going to give him another half an hour. Just acted really sort of weird. It's behind the shoulder, but he acted sort of paunch hit, which is weird. I am elevated, but there's no way. I think it's high lung, is my guess. I think he's dead already. Just over here, really. And then it's like a 100-yard drag to the field edge, hopefully.
Adding bones. To the boneyard.
So I went and looked for my arrow. I didn't find the arrow. And it was hard to find blood at first. It was a slow bleeder because it's up a little higher. And then it was pretty continuous, the blood. I'm not sure though what the hell to do. So what I'm backing out. I only went about 70 yards. And that was the open stuff that I saw him. So I got a good blood trail anyways, so tomorrow morning I'll come back and I'll find him. Alright, it's the next morning. I'm going to get on the blood. After looking at the footage, it's definitely like a liver paunch, because he was quartering to me a little bit, but the arrow buried in him on an angle, downward angle. So, and he tiptoed out of there. At the end he was tiptoeing, so that's paunch. So I'm 100% dead, I'm sure, but let's go find him. Very far. I found him already. He ran. 100 yards, so he was dead before I got out of the tree stand. I was like, oh no, I can't find blood. And then I saw this poop, and I looked up, and there he is. Yeah! Yeah! Whew. All right. Well, that was one for the books. Let me tell you, I just hunted the last month for elk and mule deer a couple days, you know, and had time of my life, solo, unbelievable experiences, but came out empty-handed. And yesterday I left. I hunted elk all morning, drove 3 hours to my whitetail spot, jumped in the stand for, I think it was 5:45, and I killed this deer at 6:30. And I mean, this deer, like, I got pictures of him 5 weeks ago, down 2 different trails, heading to the crop and back. And he was gone for 5 weeks, and then all of a sudden he started using the same trails again. And man, you know, when you have some luck, I hope it's good luck. But thank you to our sponsors. Thanks for hanging out with us and believing in us and having fun with us. And you know, I want to talk about the arrow setup that I have. It's the Kill and Stick Micro LT. Very special arrow. I'm a 28-inch draw and 70 pounds, and my arrow comes in at, with a lighted nock, 100 grain point, 54 grain outsert. It comes in at 433 grains. Now, what I've used this year, which brand new to me, is the Rick Valdez Special. It's the old school rocket hammerhead. Now this is a 2-inch cut 3-blade, and I hit this deer in the liver and he died within a minute, 2 minutes. And that's why I shoot mechanicals. You know, if you don't hit the vital perfect, you want to inflict the most damage, the most blood loss that you can. And a fixed blade, great for hammering through bone, but you don't aim for bone, hopefully. A mechanical is the way to go. It inflicts the most damage on a good shot or a bad shot. Take that to the bank. But anyways, thank you for watching. We added some bones to the boneyard today, thankfully. And peace and love, peace and love.
In his hands and freaking nitro. There's nitro in his veins. He's got the power, got the rhythm and the blues and the nitrous. The nitrous is a pro.